Coach, just another game where you strike the stone, right? You preach that mentality to your team. After falling behind 17-0, what do you say about the grit and the effort to come back?
Yeah, we're going to have to come up with something to get us started better, obviously. But the thing I'm most proud of, I told the team there, is they don't doubt themselves. We're obviously, I've got to figure out how for us to get off to a better start, because we're not doing that mostly offensively. But they never think they're out, and they keep fighting for each other. They keep believing, and they keep fighting to make plays. And for us to be down to a group like that's talented, that's got big aspirations, and for us to be able to be down like that and come back and outscore them, 17-0, 35-7 over the last 2+ quarters at 2 a.m. in the morning. And so I guess that New Mexico State trip helped us win this one too. But the whole key, I stared in there. I think the point of the game that changed is we were not doing anything offensively. We threw an interception. They get the ball down there inside the 10, and we held them to a field goal. They could have went up 24-0. That would really tested our will, and they missed it. And then we went down and scored after that, completely changed the game. And so just proud of our team and how they fought, and this is how we stuck together through that. It's pretty special.
After the interception from Salter, did you get a sense that he did a better job of letting things kind of come to him? What did you see after that?
Yeah, he didn't play very well the first quarter, first half. We had two just fumbled meshes that he's responsible for, and then obviously the interception wasn't a good decision, and I don't know if he's, as I said, trying to do too much and make every play, but he really settled down, and maybe we called it a little bit different for him just to make sure we could settle him down. But he played really well from that interception on. Played really well, made some really big throws in key situations. I thought some guys made some great plays for him. Really proud of Reese Smith and what he's overcame, and what a game he played. And Dante Lee, a guy that stepped up. Trayon Sibley got hurt this week, so he didn't play as much. And so Dante really stepped up and made some, and so I was proud of that. But I thought Kaden really flipped a switch there and played really well. We've got to get him to play that way consistently for 4. But after that pick, he settled down and played the type of game he's capable of.
And then for the defense tonight, to get a couple of takeaways there, especially that one towards the end, they started to kind of find that mojo that they had last year.
Yeah, they did well. That's what, two games in a row with 2+ turnovers, I believe. Our goal was 3. And we had one in the end zone, and we went up like I would, instead of going up and high pointing it. But besides that, I thought our defense played really well. We put them in some challenging situations. And we gave them the ball at the 1-yard line, and we had them stop for a field goal, and we make a stupid decision. I thought they played really well. They got that one drive there in the fourth quarter to take back the lead. But besides that, our defense kept us in it. I'm really pleased with how they're playing and the things that they're doing consistently. I think we're being more aggressive and we're tackling better the things that you need to do. But they kept us in it. And you look at this here. Third down, they were 7-15, which is that's good for them. But we were 13 of 17 on third down, and then we went 1 for 1 there at the end. Went for it. So that's 14 of 18. And we kept the ball 36 minutes. When you're playing a tempo team like that they are, that's a huge key. And so we were able to rest our defense some too there, especially in the second half. And so that's the best that we've played from a third down standpoint, and controlling the clock and be able to do that. So end up being a great team effort.
They haven't had a team that's had 100 rushing yards against them this year, and Cooley had that by himself tonight. Can you talk about his effort, kind of what he did to work back and get in there?
Yeah, his injury that he had, really, the way it happened, I think his body is a nerve, and it shut him down for a couple of days. So that really wasn't the issue. He had also on that tackle ended up having like a turf toe. And that was the biggest issue. And so he practiced a little bit this week. We didn't know how much he was going to end up getting 19 carries, so he did well. But he's a tough young man, and for us to be able to rush for that, I thought they were pretty good there up front, and I thought if we could get 150. That would be beneficial, because I thought we'd throw the ball a little bit more. But we were able to really there in the second half wear them down a little bit. And to get 190, was huge. I don't know if we had any lost yardage from sacks or not. But to be able to do that and control that clock and be productive in the pass game, Kaden Salter had 4 touchdowns, and so really proud of the way we would run it. Everybody, but Cooley, when we needed him, tough yards, he made it happen.
You mentioned Reese Smith, for him to overcome what he did and with the injury, and then to finish with 3 touchdowns tonight, almost had 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him why he dropped it.
Just how big was his performance tonight?
It was huge, and everyone. I think I'm right on this. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll check me on it, Ed. But I think they were all on 3rd down. I think all his touchdowns were on 3rd down, and so we don't catch those. You're kicking a field goal, and then hey, maybe you make it, maybe you don't. Those are shoot. And for again, I think I shared a lot about this team is we're a work in progress offensively as far as trust and the time, all the things that you need to have, and for Reese to have the game he did, Elijah Cannon got enough that's going to continue to help us grow, help us trust, help our quarterback trust that hey, anybody can make a play. Tyson last week a little bit, and then obviously what happened this week. And so with Trayon being hurt a little bit, we needed some guys to step up, and that really is I'm happy for you, because if you've ever had an injury and then redo it, it gets in your head, and you start questioning whether hey, can I do this, and if you'd have seen the joy, we'll cry a little bit, the joy in his eyes when he made that, it was pretty special.
13 of 17 on 3rd downs, and you also were 1 of 1 on 4th downs.
Mm-hmm.
How much did that help you control the clock? You had, 23 times possession, and be able to kind of have some control and get into the right flow, especially given the quirky weather delay.
36-43 on time of possession. You're a little off, but make sure you put that on your thing there, Ed. But no, it's big. It's big. I mean, because when you're going against a tempo team and they've got some skill guys that are pretty good, the more we can control it, the more they stay off of it, and then the more they get a little antsy too, right? Because they want to go fast and do all those things. And we've struggled on 3rd down this year, and that's been our Achilles heel. Truthfully, is we've not been good on 3rd down. We've not been good on 1st down, and then ends up not being great. We're in a lot of 3rd and longs, and we've been in some tough situations. I don't know how many 3rd and longs we had out of that 17. But to end up, overall 14-18 is huge, and to be able to keep that ball, keep that clock running, wear them down a little bit. If you notice, they were playing a lot of guys. They kept running them in and out, and they were getting tired. And our guys were getting stronger, and so that's a lot of credit to our strength and nutrition staff and those and our athletic training. Just our guys were ready to go. And I mean, it's late, but we were catching. We feel like it was fresh, and so. That time of possession going in, I didn't think it was going to be as big of a deal as it was, but it ended up being huge.
3 of 4 on 3rd and long tonight.
3 of 4?
Yeah.
That's huge. Only 4 3rd and longs. That means we were better on 1st down.
3rd and 9 or better, yeah.
There.
Or worse, I guess. How about the crowd tonight sticking around after 4.5 hours? The student section still pretty deep. A lot of folks stayed around tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. I hope I don't give them a curfew violation. But they were. I mean, our band is tremendous. Our cheerleaders, our dance team. I mean, they stay. I mean, it's a. When you've not experienced stuff like that before, man, it's special to me every time. Like I'm amazed by it every time. Just how much they care, no matter what they stay. I mean, it's 2-something a.m. I think I told somebody this is probably the most excitement in Lynchburg at 2:30 in a long time. Right, Todd? Yeah, and so just how awesome is it? They stay. I mean, that's a special deal, and that's what makes it our place so special, and that people want to play, and that's why our guys want to play so hard here at home, because they know how good and how special our crowd is, and the first minute and 10 seconds was special. Looking up there and seeing all that, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I hate that we couldn't get everybody back, and they missed a heck of a game. And I'm sure they saw 17-0 and turned it off, and were probably happy they left. Never count us out. Never count. We don't win them all, but never count us out is what I tell you.
Almost a 5-hour weather delay. What was that time like? Probably some talk of maybe canceling the game. But how'd you keep the guys ready to go?
Well, I mean, when you're in one that long and it's coming, you just say, hey, you just let them do what they do. They're in there dancing, listening to music, talking on the phone, doing whatever. Because there's no use. When you're in a city when you don't know when it's going to stop, there's no use trying to be like, hey, because, you just never know, right? And so we're in here, we're talking about what they did the first 3 plays, and then you talk about some things, well, they're going to do this or this, and then after 45 minutes, an hour, there's nothing else to talk about, so you start watching football games. So we watch football games, go up and eat, go up and see family, and talk with them a little bit and see how chaotic it is, and you're praying the game will start soon, and then you get to the certain point, hey, is this game going to play or not? And so I think we're going to have to figure out how to start earlier. We've had 2 of these, and it's these rain delays, but our guys handled it well. I think they obviously came out and did well, but we came out, we figured out the things we need to do, and found a way, and so, but they were dancing and doing all this stuff in there, and you do it until they, like they said, hey, this is last strike, and it's 30 minutes, and once we got to 20, we said, hey, we're on in 20. And then we brought the team up about 5 and said, hey, here's what we're doing. We basically did our pregame speech, and talked about it and went out and then went down 17-0. So I got to figure out my pregame speech.